Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Lewis Hunter, and I wanted to give an update video on an injury that I suffered about 5 years ago. Last month would have made 5 years. I was involved in a car accident, got T-boned, and woke up in the hospital. They placed a halo around my neck. I'm sorry, around my head, and about a month later, I had surgery. I had posterior fusion surgery for my C1, C2 vertebrae. So looked around online, didn't find much information outside of bad, and decided to make a video. So since then, I've got a lot of feedback from people, um, just asking questions, sharing their experiences about what they've had to go through, and I don't mean to undermine anyone's experience, but I wanted to be able to share mine. I work a blue collar job. I work in an oil and gas refinery, so it requires me to be outside quite a bit, and to I work with moderately heavy equipment, and so and I do fine with that. I climb ladders, I climb stairs, moderate lifting, that sort of thing. My hobbies include I go to the gym. I used to go to the gym a lot more, not as often. Chains, right? But I need to get back in the gym a little bit more. But I work on cars. I go fishing. I do a lot of things with my hands. I stay outside quite a bit. You know, uh, I have a dog, so I stay pretty active. You know, um, my accident or the injury hasn't really held me back that I can, in a way that in a way that I can substantively tell you. You know, I don't really miss out on much. My range of motion, that was a big thing. I'll give you an example of my range of motion. Without moving my shoulders, my left to right, that's about all I got to the right. That's about all I got to the left. And up and down is fine. And, so I'm sure I look stupid, but if you know, you know, right? The only thing that I can say, the only effect that I've had, impact that the accident or the surgery has had on me, is that I get muscle tightness around my neck. Um, so I get massages every now and again. I use Tiger Balm, and this is the new stuff that I'm on right now that I use. I don't know if you can really see that, but Hyson pain reliever oil. It was given to me as a gift, but I put that on periodically, and it helps give me a distraction. I don't take any pain medication. Um, like as I said, I don't have any headaches. You know, I've had a couple, but I had a couple before the accident as well. So I get numbness every now and again. I'll get like numbness in my pinky. And I'm sure that it's related, but nothing outside of that. You know, let me think what else. I don't think the accident is. I don't think the surgery rather is. Obviously it's natural to be concerned about something this serious. Because it is a serious surgery. But if you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. I would recommend that if you can get by without surgery, great. I think you should. I don't advocate surgery by no means, but if it's something that's going to require that you have surgery at the risk of your life or quality of your life, then I would suggest you get it. And then do the best you can. What helped me out a lot, I think, early on was I was stubborn, I was hard headed, and actually I'll give you the full story, okay? And this is gonna sound real stupid, okay? But when I got out of the hospital with the halo, uh, I don't take. I've never been one to really take medicine, right? A lot of medication. Very seldom did I ever take an aspirin. Um, but anyway, when I left the hospital, it was just me and my youngest son, and I was when I got home, the first thing I did was, and this I'm ashamed to say this, but I took my halo off. All right, I actually took some Gerber pliers and took it off. It's in my garage now, as a matter of fact. Uh, Let me see. Hold on. Okay, see, I can't pause. You know what? Actually, I can pause it. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. This is my halo, and I have not opened this since the accident, but I ran across it the other day in my garage. So I don't know if I was supposed to take this back or give it back, but this is the halo. This is the torture device that they had me in. All right, and it's still pretty new. It's fluffy, But yeah, I took my Gerber and I took these out. I unscrewed these out of my skull, and I was very thankful that they weren't cross-threaded. Um, but it was a stupid thing to do, and it was kind of an oh shit moment for me. So when I took it off, I was kind of paralyzed in fear. I didn't know what to do because I had kind of done it. I'd kind of gone too far. So I went to Walgreens. I had my son go to Walgreens and pick up like the foam El Cheapo that goes around your neck, and that kind of sustained me. But I was still afraid, right? And I did that for about a week. I was paranoid as hell. I didn't know what to think or when I got back to the hospital, I got a good tongue lashing from the neurosurgeon about that he I guess he thought I thought it was a joke or that I was playing it for a game, but no, I was just doped up, and with that thing as a torture device, and with no one being home to tell me otherwise, taking it off was a pretty good idea, I guess. But anyway, yeah, so I did that and had surgery, came home and kind of healed. What helped me out a lot was working out. Walking helped out a lot. As I said before, I didn't walk for distance. I walked for time. So if I committed myself to walking for an hour, that's what I did. I lost a lot of weight. I was stressed out. I didn't know if I was going to get back to work or would be able to get back to work. I didn't know what sort of impact this would have. I didn't know if everything would come crashing down, because we just don't know a lot of people. I know I don't that have had surgeries, particularly surgeries this high up. I've got friends that have had, have suffered back injuries, lower back injuries, where they've had to have surgery, and you can see them working. You can see what they're capable of doing. But I didn't know if my job would let me back, but I'm glad they did. That's pretty much all I've got right now. I'm kind of shocked that I shared my little dumbass moment where I decided to take this halo off, and I'm sure I'll get tongue lash in the comments for it. But I'd be lying if I said any different. It is what it is. I took it off. I learned a valuable lesson. I do not like hospitals, but I learned a valuable lesson that I should comply with doctor's orders. But I wanted to get on here and just kind of give you all an update as to where I was. I don't know what other questions I can answer. I don't. I'm 40. I'll be 48 this year. I'm 47. So I still live a pretty active life. Stay outside quite a bit as often as I can, and I would suggest that you do the same if you haven't had an accident. If you're young, I can only assume that if you're young, I can only assume that you'll even be better prepared. Because your life will kind of mold around this. I don't view this, even to this day. I don't view having had this surgery as a limitation to what I can and cannot do. There is nothing that I have not been able to do. There's nothing that I have not tried to do. Even back when I first had my accident, I was doing some pretty stupid shit. I would skateboard. I went swimming. I went surf fishing. All within moderation. Don't get me wrong, but I was in a rush to heal. and to get back to what I deem to be a normal life for me. So that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will answer as best I can. All right, y'all take care. Good night.